Welcome to another episode of Football Roundup. We have a pretty quick, brief episode this week. We had some Champions League matches this week as well, so I guess we'll start it off with the Champions League. I'll start it off with Real Madrid going on Borussia Mönchengladbach. I did think that Real Madrid was going to do a lot better. I don't know what's going on with them in the Champions League. Usually they perform very well in the Champions League. They seem to step it up. They seem to value the competition a lot to where they go the extra mile to secure a win or just never give up. But I don't know what's been happening with them lately in the Champions League. They ended up drawing 2-2. There was a little bit of drama going on between some of the players. Benzema was caught basically telling one of his teammates that Vinicius was playing against them and not to play him. But it seems that Real Madrid has tried to move past that little scandal and really perform well. But unfortunately in the Champions League they couldn't get the win. But luckily for them, Inter Milan drew 0-0 against their opponent, and it looks like Real Madrid still has a chance to go through. Now another big match in the Champions League was Atletico Madrid going against RB Salzburg, and they had a decent match. Joao Felix scoring a double. Definitely looks like he's getting more in form. An important win for Atletico after they got destroyed by Bayern. So it looks like they're still likely to move forward and advance, and hopefully they continue to do well. They're doing well in La Liga as well. So hopefully they can make it far in the Champions League this year. I know last year they didn't really fulfill their potential, but they seem to be doing better this year. Hopefully they could go a little bit further. Another big game, one of the biggest games that I was looking forward to, was Manchester United going up against Leipzig. I did think that the lineup was a little bit weird. It kind of did seem like Ole was experimenting, but I think he felt comfortable trying out something new, especially after the big win they got against PSG. I think that took off some of the pressure from Ole, and he was able to try out new players and see what can result, and luckily for him it worked out. Greenwood just scoring an amazing goal. Rashford coming in off the bench, scoring a hat-trick. Cavani getting involved as well, and it looks like United's getting a little bit of a morale boost. I know that they've been so inconsistent that any win for them is just going to keep pushing them to do better in the league, and hopefully they remain consistent, and hopefully all their players find their best form and are able to play well together. We'll see what the final lineup becomes further down the season. Now the biggest match of this Champions League round was definitely Juventus going up against Barcelona. So sad that Ronaldo did not make it in time. It was one of the few things I was looking forward to. Unfortunately, it never came to be. But Barcelona did put out a good performance. Juventus looked like they just had no creativity. They really had no idea of how to really go through Barcelona's defense and really cause them problems. Barcelona wasn't at their best either, but they were able to find those key chances and take advantage of them, and they ended up winning 2-0. Juventus still has a chance to advance. I'm pretty sure they will now that Ronaldo's come back. They still have a chance to make it, but this game was definitely the hardest one, and I think they'll be facing off again further down the road. They have another match against each other in the group stages, and we'll see how that turns out. Now on to the Premier League. Probably the most important match of the week. Manchester United going up against Arsenal. Definitely a hyped up match. I really expected more from United. I also expected more from Arsenal, but to be honest, it was just a very boring game. Very little intensity from both sides. A silly foul inside the box. Arsenal ends up with a penalty, and Aubameyang steps up to the plate and scores, and that penalty was enough to secure them the win, and I'm sure they won't be complaining with those 3 points secured. Now another game that I was looking forward to, not necessarily because it was a big match or an important match or anything, but it was Tottenham going up against Brighton. Bale ended up scoring his first goal back for Tottenham. It was a nice little header. It looks like Tottenham secured 2 great players. Obviously, Bale was a Premier League proven player, but Reguilon definitely stepping up. And Mourinho was just going to have to look for more consistency. They did end up conceding a goal, so I know Mourinho is still working on the defense and how he wants to set up his team. But he definitely seems to have a lot of key players that he was missing prior to this season, and we'll see how far they go. Over in La Liga, it really looks like Barcelona is struggling. They are currently 12th in the league, and they just don't have players that are able to step up. It happened to be Griezmann this game. A bit of a lucky opportunity that he got. It was off of a rebound, left him one-on-one with the goalie, and he finished well, a nice little chip to score. But besides that, it looked like Barcelona was really struggling. Even when, for example, Messi would get his moments where he would try to take on the defenders and look to create his own chances, it just wasn't enough, and the team overall wasn't enough. And they drew. They only got 1 point off of that, and it looks like it's going to be a very, very tough season for them. I know Bartomeu's out, but they still need important players to come in. They still need big players to step up, because it looks like the players that they have are just not at that level to compete for the title. Now in Serie A, Ronaldo was able to come back for this match in the league. He wasn't able to make it for the Champions League, but he came back to play against Spezia. He actually came off the bench in the second half, and Ronaldo did what Ronaldo does, which is score goals. He comes in, gets a great pass from Morata. He's one-on-one with the keeper, takes him on, open net, scores. Later on in the match, one of his teammates gets fouled inside the area. There's a penalty, and who steps up to take it? Ronaldo, of course. Ronaldo scores it with a nice little panenka, a nice chip, and he secures his 2 goals, and Juve secure 3 points, and they're in a great position to really get another Scudetto, which would be their 10th in a row. Another team in Serie A who's doing really well is AC Milan. ZLATAN just can't stop scoring, man, and he just knows how to score, and he got his goal today as well. And it was an important goal that came at the 84th minute to give Milan the lead, and that was enough for them to secure 3 points. AC Milan doing great. I hope to see him back in the Champions League. They're a big team. They've been doing great. They deserve to be back in with their performances, and hopefully they can put up a fight against Juventus, or make the league a little bit more interesting. Definitely. We'll see, but I'm glad they're doing well. I'm glad ZLATAN's still scoring, and hopefully he's there next season when they end up in the Champions League. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I know it was a quick episode. Lots of football, but not too many big games, not a lot of big matches or big upsets to really talk about, but thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys next week on the next football roundup.